here tonight to our cover story and the I-Team investigation tonight. In Florida, home builders are allowed to hire private provider inspectors who they pay directly instead of using inspectors employed by the city or county building departments. That process can be more convenient and efficient for home builders, and it reduces caseloads for municipalities. But I-Team investigator Adam Walser has now uncovered a local county is getting multiple complaints about private providers, but not doing anything about it.
Building is booming in Pasco County, thanks in part to the arrival of 50,000 new residents since 2020. Stephen Graff has provided start-to-finish home inspections for more than 30 years. He works for the people buying the homes, while private providers are hired by builders.
So I want to find everything I can find, and present it, get it fixed, come back and check and make sure it's all been fixed.
Graff says he often catches builders' mistakes.
There's no nail plate here to protect a nail from going through the pipes.
But it's the job of other inspectors to enforce Florida's building code. New homes in Florida must pass about 30 separate inspections, from slabs to roofs and everything in between, before a home can be issued a certificate of occupancy. Most building inspectors work for cities or counties, but some, called private providers, are paid directly by the home builders whose work they're inspecting.
So there's companies that have an engineer or an architect in charge. They hire employees, they send them out to do inspections.
Are they catching most of what the county guys would in most cases?
Any inspection is only as good as the guy who's doing the inspection. It's about time and how much time is spent looking at the home.
In fiscal year 2021, private providers conducted 25% of building inspections in Pasco County, increasing to 30% in fiscal year 2022.
This is a very large square foot area.
John and Margaret Demina paid $475,000 last year for a Del Webb home in the Bexley community in Land O'Lakes.
This is the mechanical roof. That's before the sheetrock is up.
The builder, Pulte Home Company, LLC, hired private provider Weintraub Engineering and Inspections to do those inspections.
The way I look at it, Weintraub works for Pulte.
John, a retired engineer and electrician, sent a letter to the Pasco County building director.
You hear that?
Complaining about construction issues he says weren't caught by Weintraub inspectors. He later met with Pasco County building officials.
They told me it's not their responsibility, but yet it is their responsibility because they issued the certificate of occupancy.
Did they do the final inspection?
No, they just took whatever Weintraub supplied to them.
That's allowed under Florida law. In fact, county inspectors don't even have to set foot on a property for a home to receive a CO. Weintraub Engineering and Inspections was sued by a competitor in federal court in 2020, accused of a long-running fraudulent scheme that jeopardized the public welfare by engaging in fraudulent inspections at every phase of construction. The complaint alleged the company sent unqualified inspectors to job sites and alleged that owner Jerry Weintraub instructed WEI inspectors to ignore applicable provisions of the Florida Building Code. Weintraub denied the allegations in court filings and asked for the case to be dismissed, but it was eventually settled. We contacted Weintraub Engineering and Inspections multiple times and didn't get a response. Pulte says the company addressed the Demina's complaints, writing in a statement, while the home was properly inspected and built in compliance with all applicable building codes, we installed additional HVAC and electrical components in an effort to address the homeowner's concerns.
I would like to call to order the Pasco County Board of Commissioners.
The private provider issue came up at a Pasco County Commission meeting in August. No inspection companies were named, but commissioners expressed concerns about the law that allows private inspections.
We have quite a few homes that have been built that have mold.
Yeah,
and because they have been inspected by a third-party provider,
Yep, he's going to tell us.
there is nothing we can do.
I think some of them are actually using that so they avoid our county inspectors from seeing what's going on. I think it's very important that we know that the thing is being built right and they're being looked after.
Under Florida law, counties can audit private inspectors. Records show that private providers performed 198,000 inspections in Pasco County in the past 2 years, but the county has not conducted a single audit.
The county, the city, or the state must police them because if they feel they're not being policed, they can do whatever they want to do.
I'm I-Team investigator Adam Walser with photojournalist Matt McGlashan, taking action for you.
And meanwhile, Pasco County's building director and commissioner Ronald Oakley declined our request for an interview. You can file complaints, by the way, against private provider inspectors through the Department of Business and Professional Regulation. You can find that link to file that complaint on our website, abcactionnews.com.